Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gloucester Brewery. Are you well? Are there any Scottish people in the room? Oh dear. Listen, welcome to the stage, your MC Nick Hill. Listen to that. Applause that just dies away like the Scottish dream today. Right, where are the Scottish people first? Let's get this out of the way. In the corner. Look at that, you're really keen to pick him out, aren't you? That's fantastic. Which, is it you group in the corner or just one of you? He's in the toilet. Even better, because Scotland went down the pan today as well, didn't they, really? So, he's having a shit time as well. This is nice, are we all well? Right, so, if you don't know me, my name's Nick Hill. I'm your MC this evening, and my job is just to chat to you, get you in the mood, get you facing the right direction, get the blokes at the bar to shut the fuck up whilst I'm talking. If that's all right. Guys, have you got a seat, or are you going to just sort of pose and stand around? Are you happy to lean against the fuck off? I can still see you, both sides of that pillar. Are you all right? You happy to stand? You're all right, okay. I appreciate we've got quite a few in. So yeah, basically, if you've not been here before, the format of the evening is we've got 3 great acts for you tonight. We'll have a first act, then a break, then a middle act, then a break, then a headline act. Always listen to that. That's quite a nice tune as oh, that's a really effeminate tune as well on your mobile. Who is it? It's your mum. Is it really your mum? What's your name? Jordan. Your name's Jordan. And was that really your mum, Jordan? It's 8:05. Does she not normally let you out this late at night? What's your mum's name, Jordan? Lisa. Is Lisa fit, Jordan? Have you got a picture on your phone you'd like to share with the group? What is she ringing you for, Jordan? Just out of interest? You've no idea. Do you want to give her a ring and fucking rip her nut? That's bang out of order, isn't it? So, yeah, basically, thanks for coming out tonight. This is great. Middle table. We were going to start at 7, but you guys came in really late. Where have you been? This table here. This big group. Where have you been? Drinking. Fantastic. And where are you all from? Are you a company? Which company? Aldi. Aldi. What, the big one? The new one? No, the old shit one. What, the one that's been knocked down the Bristol Road? That's, oh, it's Lidl, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. So, how do you rate yourself against Lidl? Are you like up there and there, down there, or... You both sell cheap shit though, basically, don't you, at the end of the day? Oh, this is great. Yeah, so, yes, we've done the format stuff. Just a couple of housekeeping things. If you haven't already discovered, we've only got 2 toilets, right? They are selling raffle tickets at the bar for using those in the interval, if you want to do that, so that'll be good. So we've got the Scottish people, just the one Scottish person in. Let's just find out where everyone else is from. Who's from Gloucester? Give me a cheer. Yay! Well done, thank you, young man. Have we got anybody from that place I love, Cheltenham? This is nothing. Nobody. Not one Cheltenham person. Anybody from Stroud? No Stroud either. And finally the Forest. We've got, well, that was just, is it just you on your own? And which part of the Forest are you from? Drybrook. Oh, that's quite proper forest, isn't it? And I don't know if you know, big news this week, they're going to release beavers in the forest, aren't they? Have you heard that? Beavers are going to be re-released in the Forest of Dean in a vain effort to stop flood near Blakeney, I think it is. And I've got to be honest, I don't think they thought it through, because I was listening to BBC Gloucester and they said, well, basically what the beavers will do is they'll chop down all the trees with their teeth and they'll use that to make dams. And somebody said, well, how are you going to keep them in? And somebody said, well, we'll just put wooden fences around. They're going to go through those in next to no time, aren't they, to be quite honest? I had a bloke in my office yesterday from the Forest, I think he was from Cinderford, he was in with his wife, registering for work, and I said, have you heard about the beavers? And he said, yeah, I think I should be going beaver hunting. Like, and quick as a flash, she said, well, you don't even hunt mine, and that's on offer every day. So, this has been an interesting week. Guys, you may not be aware of this, but 8th of March was International Women's Day. Yeah, listen to that, ladies. Were you aware of that? Yes. Any of you ladies not aware of that? Were you two? You were. And it's a fantastic thing. And it first happened in New York on the 28th of February 1909, when it was to celebrate women's rights and their progression in society. And on the 8th of March this year, 10 million women got together, celebrated, and did some really positive things. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. And then I was thinking, well, hang on, I didn't realise there was an International Men's Day, and apparently there is, right? 19th of November 2017, and I checked back 19th of November last year to see what happened. 250 blokes celebrated it. They just went to the pub and got pissed, basically. And that's it. And I think you ladies would agree, probably, you think you're the stronger species, would you not agree? You're far smarter than blokes. Like, you wouldn't let your fuel get so low on a motorway to think, that's all right, I'll go another 20 miles out of this, which I use. And then try and convince your wife that you've got far, it's absolutely fine. You'd fill up in advance, wouldn't you? You'd think ahead, right? You wouldn't do that. Look, if you're in a restaurant and the waitress puts the plates down and says, be careful, that plate's hot, you wouldn't automatically touch it, would you? just to see. And when you're playing fruit machines, you wouldn't get down and pretend you could see up there to see where the next numbers are going to drop. So I think overall you are pretty smart. Although, that said, certain things, like when you're out in the car and your husband says to you, is it safe to go? The typical answer is, well, it's my wife's answer, yes, if you're quick. Right? That's of no fucking consolation when you're halfway across the road, to be quite honest. Bath water, how the fuck do you manage that? Why do you have bath water so hot you could boil a lobster in it? Do you have skin like rhinoceros? What is it? Why is it? And I say women, to be honest, this is all my wife's doing. Like, she'll go out and she'll go out with her mates and she'll come back and say, have you had a nice time? Yeah. How was Janice? Oh, poor Janice. Oh, God. She's having a terrible time. Her husband's left her. The kids are playing up. She's losing her job. I feel really sorry for her. It's a half an hour fucking epic, right? Just get to the point. I'll go out. You all right, love? Yeah, I had a great night. How's Gary? He's got the shits. That's enough. What more do you want? Just get to the point. You know, just do the job. Oh, well. What do you mean, oh well? Was that just have you got fucking Tourette's? Was that just a random thing that just popped into your head? Oh well. What was that about? It does fucking matter, to be honest, because I want to know now. What was that about?
Careful, check out my knuckle duster.
Ooh. Is she a pikey? Are you tripping with gold? Do you live in Sandhurst? Where do you live? You live in, whereabouts in Gloucester? Don't ask. Well, I think you find I am asking. Oh well, that's lovely. I've had a shit week, I've got to be honest. My 88-year-old mother's been diagnosed with dementia. Yeah, again. Oh, no, yeah, again, sorry. And it's, I don't know if anyone's been in this situation, but I didn't realise how stressful it was going to be. She's been in hospital. And I went to see her, and she's in a normal ward with 5 other normal patients, right? And I went in and I sat down, Mum, you all right? And nobody took any notice of her because she's just laid in bed. She hasn't been doing much all day, and I've just got there, and obviously they think, oh, it's her son come to see her. Yes, I'm fine. When did you get out of prison? Right? That was the first thing she said to me. Not too loud. People didn't really notice that point. Mum, I haven't been in prison, have I? Bit louder. Yes, you have. Because you murdered your brother. Right? I didn't murder my brother. Let me just put it out there. My brother died in 2009 of ischemic heart disease. That's what I told her. Right? That didn't cut no ice. By now, other people are starting to listen. Right? They're taking notice. And you never even bought me a ring when we were married. Like people were looking at me and I said, whoa, we're not, no, honestly, there's nothing going on. And then finally, the real sort of nail in the coffin was she said in quite a loud voice, and you made me have sex with you before we were married. Right, and that's horrible, and you don't want to hear that from your 88-year-old mother. I mean, it's fucking completely not true. I waited till the day after to be quite. It didn't happen. So, that's killed the room, hasn't it? Obviously. True story, unfortunately. So, are you up for a night of great comedy tonight? Yeah. As I said, we've got 3 acts who've travelled from all over the UK to come and entertain you tonight. And I'm going to introduce the first act for you now. What I would ask you is if you could refrain from going to the bar whilst the acts are on, because you're going to have plenty of time in the interval. And Jordan, if you want to turn your mobile off and perhaps text your mother back. What's your mum doing tonight? She lives in Luton. You've come from Luton tonight? I don't blame you. And you still can't get away from her. Never mind. That's horrific. So, are you ready for your first act tonight? Yeah. What we'd do if we could start the clapping at the back of the room, bring it all the way through as we welcome to the stage the very lovely Paul Ricketts.
And of course for this man,